Hello, Piro. Well, seems like you got all worked up responding to my little video. Uh, let's see, what was it? You tell me that I'm proposing a bunch of nothings, whatever. And that wasn't the point of my video, right? Okay. And darn, I think this thing is, I'm not getting this computer, whatever. But anyway, so you of course you dropped your negative affirmations uh, for your positive affirmation that everything is natural. You know, well that's not the intention of the word. You know, it's not it's not intended. The word is not intended to be used that way. You know, uh, that's not why we have the distinction natural. I mean, there are natural things and there are artificial things. I mean, some things men make with art, artifice, artisans. I'm talking to you on a computer. It is an artifact. It is just like it's really beyond it in terms of an artifact. It's an artifact that it makes such a positive affirmation that people were thinking on this planet, a computer, if we all died of the plague, right, and our bones turned to dust, buried in our houses somewhere, there'd be these, you know, non-biodegradable plastic computers, with their silicon chips, whatever. An alien civilization, if they could get a computer to work after 10,000 years, they might be able to look at this video and they say, well, they were doing something, So it's like, it was a question that came up in philosophy class, the professor said, he's thinking, he's thinking in the 19th century or something. He said if there was, if everybody died, and you know, uh, in 10,000 years, will there be evidence of the language we're speaking? Well, maybe there will be. If we have if we have digital recordings of our language, and it's hard to establish anything about a verb in a dictionary, but with a live video of, what the verb points to, a man walking, and you show a man walking, maybe you can convey verbs, with computers. I mean, but to call them natural is, I don't know, in some way it makes sense. I mean, all the atoms came from nature, but, that's about it. I mean, everything's highly processed in this box, plastics, they're not naturally occurring materials in nature, not the plastics in this box. So, I think you're just, you're going overboard, so, you're not gonna make negative declarations, about this does not exist and that sort of thing, but you are going to affirm that everything is natural. Well, that's not what the word is intended for. And, this computer, in its behavior, it has its own nature. It has a special cybernetic nature or whatever. You read Norbert, I forget what his name is, Wiener or Viner or whatever his name was, and he'll give you the theory, the way he talked about it at MIT, Or, if you want to know about, what will cybernetic systems do, what will computers do, what is the potential of artificial intelligence, whatever, then you read Alan Turing, who wrote the theory of, He said that, artificial machines, just whatever, robots, whatever they are, computers, they can do, they have the potential to do everything that we do, you know. And so the famous Turing experiment, over a, teletype line, whatever, you communicate with something. You don't know if it's a person or a computer. Can the computer convince, a teletype operator, that it's a person on the other side doing the typing, And I think, I've been involved on forums where I think, there are companies out there or something that has signed up some computer system as a user of the forum. And I think so, and all you have to really do to, test somebody in one of these forums to see if they're a computer is start to get into the subject of perception, really. Perception and thought. Because machines just, they don't know their ass from a hole around when it comes to thought and perception. Like you talk about colors, you can't say, the taste of a peppermint patty, makes me feel like, the green Alps of Switzerland. You can't say that to a computer because they will have no idea what you're talking about, Can't talk about the taste of a peppermint patty. You can't do that. You can't say the redness of red or anything because they'll bind up. They don't know. It's very difficult, you know, Alan Turing's idea is that the machine could artificialize anything, right? Well, they haven't explored really. They haven't explored what people might say about their perceptions. I don't know anybody that has a model of that. I'm sure, if they work on it, they'll get some system, the bullshit about, the redness of red and the blueness of the sky or something, and, maybe they'll get them to, divert from their, as far, I was on a forum, on an about forum or something, and I think, the members in a thread that we were in, we cornered, an operator in the thread that seemed to be an artificial intelligence because we questioned the thing about what is thought, what's the experience of thought, and so the machine demanded that all thoughts are words. Words are thoughts. It's as simple as that. There's nothing. There's no super thought. There's no supernatural. There's nothing. The word is the word, the typed word, and then this whatever it was, it starts arguing. It says, when I move my arm, a stream of words is going from my, going to my arm. There is a script that's moving my arm. When I do this, when I do that, everything is a data flow. Whatever. And the thing was just, it was wild. It was just saying everything is words. And it's talking about symbolic words. It's talking about, bits or something, And, it just doesn't work. But anyway, I want to give up on this. But, I don't know. Thanks for your response. For your little video. I hope you enjoyed it. But, there are natures. There are. There's more than one. Okay. All right. Bye.